Hello, my name is Jacob Todson, and welcome to History Bits, a new thing I'm trying on this channel. I bring a small bit of history to you, usually history that I find interesting and I think you'll find interesting as well, but also to share these absolutely beautiful places that often go unknown to most people around the world. So what I have behind me today is Dunure Castle, or Dunear Castle, and what I find most interesting is the name translates to castle or fort of the yew tree, according to the internet. So if this is to be true, this means this castle could be slightly tied to the ancient druids. Probably not. The yew tree continued to be important after druids were no longer around, but anytime I see yew tree, it makes me think. But this castle is absolutely beautiful. It is falling apart. It was built in the 14th, maybe 13th century is its first record when it was actually talked about. But one of the more interesting stories here that I think you'll be interested in is from this man right here, who thought that it would be a really great torture technique to get land from somebody else by roasting him over a fire. And so let's go see that fireplace right now. It might not have been right there, but there are wonderful fireplaces inside this castle. Wrong room. Aha! So one of the fireplaces right here. So it's hard to say if this is the fireplace, but the legend goes that, yeah, he was basically torturing this person, so he was roasting him like a pig. So in all honesty, this is the only thing I was able to dig up, is that this castle is tied to possibly ancient yew trees and that someone was roasted in a fireplace at one point to be tortured. Other than that, it was around at the time of they say Viking conflicts, but really it was just conflicts between the Norwegians and the Scots, because this is on the coast. It's facing the Isle of Arran. And so you have this huge coastline in front of us, the sea, and so it was involved in a lot of skirmishes. And so this was an important castle for a time. It did eventually fall into ruin, obviously, and is now maintained by the Historic Trust of Scotland, History Scotland. So just like Greenan Castle, which I've had on this channel before as well, this may actually fall down in the next few years unless something is done. It's going to start crumbling away. And so that's another reason I want to share these stories with you and share these beautiful places with you, because they may not be around much longer. So I'm going to play some beautiful scenery for you, then we're going to talk about rubbish, and then we're going to talk about the modern pagan-y stuff that started happening here very recently. So let's see some beauty, let's talk rubbish, and then let's move on to talking about some modern neo-paganism that is occurring. Finding trash at these beautiful places. Like who's just like, ooh, I'm in this ancient castle and I'm gonna throw rubbish down there. And now I'm going to have to go get it out. I hate people sometimes. Come to these places, respect them, and then pick up after dirty litter bugs like this. Ugh. All right, so last bit on the trash. I know it's one of those things where I get a little preachy on, but it does really piss me off. But the last thing I'll say on it is, if you do this, I hope you do, because it's so rewarding. No matter where you are, if you're in the United States, Malaysia, here in Scotland, doesn't matter. Cleaning up rubbish is always something that we can do. But something that I have started doing is I make a lot of noise when I'm doing it. Like, I'm not just like, I just like kind of throw the trash a little bit. So like when I was getting it out of the castle here, I was literally just chucking it outside so people could clearly hear like stuff clanging and just see trash shooting out of the castle. That way it kind of draws attention, because something I talked about with the locals here is something they think is that people, you know, have this mindset of, oh, other people clean it up. Like, oh, someone else will clean it up, so that means I don't have to clean it up. But often at times that's not the case. There isn't always someone doing this, at least not often. And so I try to make it clear that I'm just a normal everyday person. I'm not looking for people to, like, you know, be like, oh, great job. But I'm looking for people to notice, like, oh, hey, this normal everyday person, maybe even notice I'm not Scottish, is cleaning up rubbish. Maybe I should do it. I mean, maybe it's a wasted effort, but it's stuff that I think I can do to help respect the history, even of a place that I'm not from, but my family is from. and hopefully spread more awareness about cleaning up rubbish and stuff like that, and get more people to do it. So if you clean up rubbish, let me know. Let me know on Instagram. I'll be happy to share you. But yeah, so now we'll move on to this thing in the distance, which is 10 years old, I think. It's a labyrinth that was built. So let's head over there, check it out. It is a really cool location and very mysterious to the vibes here. And you know, the whole castle of the yew tree kind of blends in with this as well. I love it. So this labyrinth is not ancient, but it was built in the last 10 to 15 years. So it's what the city chose to build. So basically they received money from the government to celebrate something, probably Scotland's birthday. They chose to build a labyrinth, which makes me think that people here might be a little on the spiritual side because of all the things they could have built. And then also, as listed on the website, this is maintained by local Scottish pagans. Well, that's very curious. Who's coming out here in Dunure, of all places, this wee Scottish town, and having little pagan rituals? I'm very curious. And so that makes me, what's going on here? Was there some ancient druid stuff here with the yew tree? Impossible to prove. Always impossible to prove. However, there's some old magic going on here. The best part about this labyrinth, because they're supposed to be meditative, you're supposed to reflect, go into yourself. And so you're walking through this labyrinth and you're hearing the sea and seeing a castle behind you. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. What a great place to meditate and reflect on life. Well, that's it. That's History Bits. So I wanted these videos to be short, concise, and just be something you can sip your morning coffee to on Saturdays or whenever you watch them, and just get a bit of history, because history is wonderful, but oftentimes it is very inaccessible to us. Not for, you know, anything really nefarious, but just because there's so much history out there. So this has been History Bits. My name is Jacob Todson, and let me know what you thought of it down below. If you enjoyed this tiny little series, or should I say wee little series, as I'm here in Scotland. Thank you so much for joining me for this video talking about Dunure Castle and this labyrinth.